Okay, hello. Is this working? Let's hope for the best. I'm just gonna start. Uh, I'm gonna turn my music down on my end. I don't know if this turns it down on both ends. It's not even showing up anymore, so if you can't hear it, you can't hear it. But anyway, here we go. So, right, Meta Monday. We're gonna have a look at Meta Monday. God, I hope this works. So yeah, I'm gonna go through the whole article, and then when I've gone through it, I've picked out some army lists that I think look pretty cool. They're all 5-0s, and then after we've gone through those, I'm going to have a look at the 5-0s who won, the armies that won, and then look at other lists from the same faction, and maybe we can try and work out why they're not doing so well. I don't know. I want to start off by saying I am a bit of a contrarian. I like to be quite opposite. I don't like it. It's actually quite a negative, toxic trait that I don't like. I'm trying to change it. So you could say I'm full of shit. So what we're going to try and do tonight is look at why certain things work and, well, find out why things work, what works for people. Because, like, for instance, I personally think Deathwing Knights, trash, pure trash. They're overcosted. They don't do enough damage for their points cost, and their resilience and durability is very subjective because in a casual game they're probably a nightmare and you can't shift them. But in a competitive game where everyone's running damage 3, damage 4, AP 2 at least, then it's gonna, yeah, it's just, they're just gonna get wiped off the board. And I think that literally the fix is let you take 10 of them. If you keep the points the same, keep everything the same, just let you take 10 of them, chef's kiss. They'd be incredible. Because they're limited to 5, trash, get in the bin. But yeah, so this is I think this is the first weekend since the last data slate we had, which was just points, I think. I don't think there was any changes. Yeah, it was just a points change. I don't think there was anything. Maybe pivot got changed again, but no one plays pivot, so it's fine. And then there will there was a few events last weekend that I know. Last weekend everyone adopted. Weekend before some did, someone didn't. But this weekend everyone's now on the new data slate. So starting off strong with France, we had a big GT, 118 players, 5 rounds. It was an Imperial Knight victory. I can't find the list, unfortunately. I think realistically it's Canis, a Atropos, or a Warden. Then it will be 4 Helverin, 4 Warglaves, or 2 Helverin, 4 Warglaves, and then allies. So Calidus, maybe the Rogue Trader idiots, the ones with the minigun, just for holding the back, so you don't have to leave a Helverin at the back. Because the one thing Knights struggle with is that they usually have to leave something that is 140 plus points in the back line, where yeah, it's good, it stops your opponent deep striking you and taking your home objective, and obviously for primary, but it's also 140 points, whereas a 100 point Rogue Trader Entourage, are they 100 points? Let's have a look. Uh, yeah, I think it's the Rogue Trader Entourage. Rogue Trader Entourage. Oh, it's the yeah, 75 points, right? What's the what are the other breaches? How much are breaches? Navy breaches, yeah, 90 points for 10 models that can actually screen. Well, they can't screen 3 inch, but they can screen a 9 inch deep strike. So yeah, that's real. Because every list I looked at last weekend was all Canis, Warden, 2 Helverins, 4 Warglaves, and some allies. And obviously your Calidus, Uppy, Downey, and Vex in 12-inch. So yeah, unfortunately, I can't look at these lists because they're French. Then we had Gem City over in Dayton, Ohio, very Ohio. We have a guard win, heartbreaking, very distressing. Let's see, is this list here? So yeah, we had a guard 5-0, World Eaters 5-0, Custodes, Talons of the Emperor. Is that the buddy up one? Where your Custodes buff your sisters and your sisters buff your Custodes. 5-0, that's an interesting call out. Everyone said they were trash. And then usual faces: Deathguard, Eldar, Thousand Suns, Chaos Demons, Votann, more yeah. It's your usual showing up here. So, what's interesting about this list actually is that it's all Halo themed. So everything in here is named after something from Halo. So the Cadian Command Squad is Noble Team. Although this was a weird choice, that the grenade launcher guy is George, and the regimental standard. Why can't I say that? The standard bearer is Carter, and the commander is Emil. It's like, okay, all right. Have you played Halo? So they've got Cadian Command Squad, Defcon Marshal, 2 Defcon Marshals, Tempestus Command Squad. You've got 3 of those. Gaunt's Ghosts. See, I think there was talks that Gaunt's Ghosts would be replaced by Aquilans now, but still seeing play. Ursula Creed, and then Slime Arbor. Bit of fun. Then we've got 10 Cadians, 20 Katachan, 40 Kriegers, 30 Scions, 20, 30 Kasakins, and 30 Aquilans. So I assume, from just looking at this, I don't know what all this does, but just from looking at this, I assume this is a variant on the AdMech style we were seeing back in November? No, back in March. When was warm-up? April. Let's say April. Back in April, where you just put a shitload of Toughness 3 bodies on the board. You have them scout, you have them advance, and they just fly up into your opponent's face. They take all the objectives, especially now, where the primaries in Pariah Nexus require holding the middle. Goes without saying. But things like Terraform, where you can just put so many bodies on an objective, you're guaranteed a 3 objective Terraform turn 1 or turn 2, whenever you can first start doing it. Right? Which, if you pull that off, that's 6 points a turn for nothing. You can just go and get a coffee at that point. You don't need to be playing anymore, because you're just passively earning 6 points a turn. And when you only need 50 on primary, pretty good. Especially with your... Who are the idiots here? You've got 20 Kriegers on an objective. I'm pretty sure they can return bodies as well. Let's have a look. Krieg. Yeah, so they're OC2. So that's 40 OC on an objective, if you can fit them all on the objective. They have a Medipack, so you're getting 3 back a turn, or D3 back, up to 3. And your opponent can only kill so many Toughness 3 bodies a turn. Plus, if you have 2 sets of 20 on an objective, 10 models of each from the on the objective, then your opponent's then got to go, well, why do I shoot that one or that one? Because either way, it's 40 OC, but now it's split between 2 units. So it puts your opponent in a difficult position. Then you've got the... Kasakins are just stupid. Kasakins just run at you, do 50 mortal wounds and laugh at you, then they get blown off the board. I'm pretty sure they're hitting on 3s naturally, and then they hit on 2s because of take aim, and they can give themselves take aim. And then the Aquilans, are they 3-inch deep strike? A 10-man free inch rate is insane. Aquilon. Yeah, 3-inch deep strike. And the Servo Sentry can shoot when it comes down, and then it can shoot in your shooting phase, which, yeah, whatever. What does it even do? It's a flamer, a grenade launcher, or a hot shot volley gun. Then again, it's 4 shots, so that's 8 shots. 4 more than you should have. And the hot shot las carbines are all assault. So if you need to start sprinting, remember a lot of round ones at events use swift action. These aren't battle line. Never mind, ignore me. They're not battle line, are they? No. They all have grenades as well. So you're just pissing out mortal wounds. Then you're pissing out a bunch of AP one shots. Obviously Marines won't care, but these guys should be able to deny you cover a lot of the time. Or like, and you're also putting stuff like Knights, which I think this beat turn 1. Round 1, it beat Knights. I was putting Knights in an uncomfortable position where, yeah, they're Knights, but they have a 3-up save. They don't have a 2-up, they have a 3-up. And then they have a 5-up invuln against shooting. And they have a strat to make it 4. But it doesn't matter because everything's AP 1 apart from the melters. So are you going to risk, popping rotate iron shields for these melter carbines, and maybe the plasma guns? Do plasma guns have AP2? Aquilons. Do Aquilons have them? Let's look at Kassakin. Yeah, so if you supercharge a plasma gun, it's AP3 and it's AP2 normally. So you don't need to supercharge it, but I guess if you want the extra damage, it goes to damage 2. So are you going to risk 1 CP when you're going to get hit by like fucking 100 AP 1 shots, which the 4-up invuln's not making a difference against because you have a 4-up armor save? So yeah, I bet this guy, he probably just flooded the objectives and then cornered the big knights. And then once he knocked those out, it's just about systematically outscoring and killing all the Helverins and Warglaives. Like, obviously, Helverin's probably going to pick up maybe a unit between the two of them. So, well, again, that's all speculation because, oh no, wait, I can't actually see this. If we go and have a look, see what he was running. Do 1 or fewer losses. I think it's this one. No, he lost to Eldar. L on you. This guy? Oops. No, he won his first game. This guy? He won his first game. Beat Blood Angels, well done, mate. Is it this one? He dropped after day 1. Ah! This is a Lancer, double errant, double gallant. Oh yeah, no wonder you lost, mate. No offense. You beat out though. But yeah, any guard list is gonna just systematically pick this apart. And even like with the speed of them, you can probably stretch out a guard squad, like a 20-man, so that an errant isn't going to be able to walk over them to the objectives. A gallant's going to have to run through them. Yeah, rough. If that I can't exactly tell And yeah. So yeah, this is a miserable list. I'd hate this. Like with an elite army I run, this is just fucking ruin my day. I do not want to see someone moving 30 Kassakin a turn, 30 is it 30 Scions, 40 Kriegers, 20 Catachans, and 10 Gate Cadians, and each each Scion squad has a command squad attached to it. So it's 45 Scions. God, it's disgusting. Who's the warlord? But yeah, the Tempestus Scion squad. So they're battle line as well. And how many? Yeah, metal gun, plasma gun each. Yeah, ridiculous list. Well done to Wesley. So our next one is the Dark Sphere November GT in sunny old England. This is really interesting. This is Dark Angels, which, as we said on the pre-talk, I'm skeptical of their strength. They are strong in Gladius. I run them in a circle because I'm an idiot. But this is in Stormlands. Now, Stormlands is a beautiful detachment. Probably one of my favorite designed detachments in the game, if that makes sense. Let's have a look. So, Stormlands allows one all your units from your army, all Astartes units, eligible to declare a charge in a turn in which they advanced or fell back, right? So it's just speed. You take the strongest units you have and you yeet them up the board and you smash into them. And there are some fast units. Usually you see this detachment used with Space Wolves because they have Thunderwolf Cavalry. That might have dropped off a bit because they went up in price, Thunderwolf Cavalry. And the old Wolf Jail, you just flung 2 units down each flank, and then you had a bunch of idiot units like your Jump Pack Intercessors doing all your secondaries. 3 points, right? 90 points, 3 points. So, let's have a look at this list. Here we go. Dark and Stormy. It's a rum and a root beer, I believe. Yeah, so this guy's brought everything Dark Angels. He's got Azrael, Lionel Johnson, a Judicia, a Lieutenant with Combi Weapon, who's probably been my favourite Marine model. Maybe the Invader ATV, but probably the Lieutenant with Combi Weapon. Because he just sits, chills, scores 3 points for you. And he's 70 points. He's a bargain. Then he's got 2 units of Assault Intercessors with Jump Packs. Again, these guys, they either scream for you or they just score 3 points. They do a cheeky containment. They're a small unit so they can pull off sabotage, recover, all that jazz. And then he's got 15 Deathwing Knights. And then an Infiltrator squad, just for screening your home field objective. You just sit them on the back, no one's getting any deployment zone. Maybe on Dawn of War and Sweeping Engagement, but maybe Crucible, but certain to destroy, they're not getting in. I guess that's on one deployment they're not getting in. Then again, I have seen people pull off. Yeah, he had a Calidus as well in his backline. Anyway, and then 2 units of 6 Inner Circle Companions, and then Scouts. And again, your Scouts just sit 3 points for you. But yeah, so the question is, how many of these are chilling on the board? What does this do? Oh, wow. Okay, that's just a link to 39k Pro. Brilliant. Yeah, so the question is, how many of these are chilling in reserve, because in reserve as well, in this detachment, probably doesn't work with this setup. Does he have any Terminator characters? No, he doesn't. So these don't have any buffs on them, apart from advance and charge, which is good for them because they don't have guns, so they're never going to need to shoot. The only time advancing would impede them is if they wanted to do an action. So yeah, are these deep striking? Are they flinging themselves at the board? I assume he's got Azrael with one unit of Inner Circle and a Judicia with the other, or they're both with the same one. I don't know. He maybe splits them up. Because the thing with Inner Circle companions is they're pretty sick, but they have no invuln, right? They have no invuln whatsoever. So they may be rocking 3 wounds, 3 up save, but they're T4. So 2s, -3, jobs are good. Oh, they are -1 to hit as well. Oh, if you have a character. And if you have a character, you get +1 to hit. Yeah, I think he's probably got. Can a Judicia lead Sternguard veterans? Yeah. So he's probably got 1 in each just to activate both those abilities. But yeah, like I said, Azrael gives you a 4-up invuln. And I think he gives you a once per game 4-up feel no pain against psychic attacks. Yeah. So yeah, you basically need Azrael to keep Inner Circle companions alive. Can a librarian lead? Yeah, if he had a librarian as well, he would also help them keep alive. Because he basically has the same thing, except the Feel No Pain is on at all times. But the Judicia gives you fight first. So, Judicia is probably better. And the librarian is probably more expensive, right? Well, 5 points cheaper. So, yeah. It's an interesting list. And if you buy the Christmas box, the Dark Angels Christmas box, you too can run this list. All you'd need is Azrael Judicia, Lieutenant, 2 jump packers, another box of knights, infiltrators, and 2 more boxes of inner circle. Yeah, okay, you'd need more, but it'd set you on your way. But yeah, I think this is an interesting list. It is, again, what we've been seeing all edition, is that you take either the stealthy or the fast detachments, and you stick Terminators in it. Yeah, I really want to know. These must be running up the board 9 inches a turn. Or maybe you keep 1 in deep strike for the shits and giggles, because otherwise you have no deep strike. Well, I assume these guys can infiltrate. These can deep strike, right? No. Yeah, they can. So yeah, maybe you have these 2. Anyway, I think this is a really cool list. And then we had Shield Host, which I think is the index one. Thousand Suns, Shield Host, 2 more guards, disgusting. Admech, again, these 3 lists will be identical to each other. And Ret Card, good old Ret Card, how we doing, bruv? Again, okay, so Midmo Maelstrom in Ashland, Montana? I think Emo is Montana. Sorry, I don't do America. Guard are back in full force. This one is a bit of a parking lot. It still has a few infantry, I believe. So you've got Cadian Command Squad, Gaunt's Ghost back again. Lord Solar, 2 tank commanders, 10 shock troops, 30 Catachans, 3 Chimeras for your 30 Catachans, double Rogal Dawn, and 3 Scout Sentinels, and then 20 Aquilans. So this is your more standard guard list we've been seeing all edition of. It's a bit of a mixed arms. You've got your infantry, you've got your tanks, you've got your special forces. Obviously, we've seen the new look of paint. We've got the Aquilans now, probably replacing Kasrkin in the meta, because of the just we can go anywhere we want. And it's still 10 models on 28 mils, I believe. So it's 10 models on 28 mils, but it's 3-inch deep strike. It's really hard to screen 3-inch deep strike unless you have 12-inch denial, which not a lot of armies have access to. And then Scout Sentinels, they just run up, look at something, boom, I can now, I don't know, re-roll everything against you. And then Rogal Dawns are just big bastards out there. They just sit on an objective and rat-a-tat-a the fuck out of something. And then your Chimeras are pretty meaty because you go. Has he done that? Yeah, you do the double flamer. So it's like, oh, you want to move, mate? Lol. Just double flame or something. What does a Chimera do? What's his main ability? Okay, if you can get an order, if you, yeah, okay, that's stupid. That's just a workaround. That should just be how it is. And then you got Catachans. These are the re-rolling ones. No, if you charge or were charged, +1 strength and AP. Do you care? Okay, strength 4, AP 1. Okay, so Catachan become assault intercessors with 1 attack each. What? What? Why do they? Hello, GW. Why do they have 1 attack? All right, not to advocate that we buff guard, but why do they have 1 attack? Huh? Why 1? Maybe 2? Oh, you can't really see, can you? Oh no, yeah, you can. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of against that. But yeah, this is more of your standard list we've been seeing. What was his win path? So you beat Death Guard, Chaos Marines, Guard again, Blood Angels, and Adeptus Sororitas. See, that's interesting because they are fucking silly at the moment. They're just 10 Seraphim, fly into the open, 100 mortal wounds, move back into the safety. Yeah, that's yeah. Well done, mate. Well done, mate. That's a tough fight. Ah, we can click this and it tells us. There we go. And he went 4-1. Canoness a jump pack. Mormon Val, Triumph of St. Catherine, Battle Sisters, 2 Immolators, Triple Castigator, Double Exorcist, no Seraphim. Okay, so this is like a parking lot. Okay, alright. It's a parking lot one, and this brings a flame. Basically what that does is, it's Firestorm Assault from Marines, Firestorm Assault Force. Everyone gets Assault, and if you're within 12 inch, you get +1 strength to your weapons. So yeah, you've just got tanks flying up the board, and you've got strength 10 at Immolators now. Let's see, I'm not making a fool of myself, right? Twin multi, yeah, strength 10 multi-melters, and then your castigators flying up the board. Yeah, so I guess strength 10's not that good on an Immolator. Well, I guess you're going 4s into a Helverin, into a War Dog Armigers, and then you're re-rolling because you're twin. Yeah, okay, alright. Yeah. Yeah, so this is an interesting. This is pure filth. Double Exorcist. Paragon Warsuits. Does he like them? Maybe he likes them. A Triumph for Saint Catherine. I assume she still busts vehicles. Are Immolators transports? Ah, yeah, they're transports. And you can split squads. So this squad here becomes 2 squads, right? And you have one chilling on your backfield, or you have them hiding behind objectives. Ah, what holds the backfield in this list? What's she doing? What's this? Iron Supplies of Saint Estelia. Two up save, 5 up feel no pain. Is she just chilling? Does she just deep strike? Yeah, is she just deep striking? Doing shit? Well, she has best day ever as well. Oh, cool, she gets a halberd. Holy Eviscerator. GW is so weird. This number goes down, this number goes up. I assume you do the halberd, right? 52522. Well, let's see. What did he give her? Yeah, halberd. Yeah, this is interesting. If I played Sisters, I would run something like this, to be fair. But that's more because I like their vehicles. I think they're cool. Yeah, interesting. Interesting. She had a... Or he, Thomas. Interesting. Slap Custodes, Slap Marines, Slap Dark Angels, Slap Necrons. Interesting. Okay. Where do we get to now? This one, I'm not looking at this because it's just... I don't even know if I found it. What is it? The Risky Rollers. Debtor Sororitas. Undefeated. Here we go. Morgan Val, Saint Celestine, Double Immolator, Triple Castigator, Double Dominion, Double Exis, Paragons, Seraphim. Yeah. Yes, this is like this is what you usually see. Then again, no Seraphim. So maybe not. Maybe I'm chatting mad shit. Oh no, there's one Seraphim. There's one Seraphim, but there isn't the leader that buffs the Seraphim so they can do Devil Wounds for free and then fall back. So yeah, I think this is probably Castigator spam is what we're going to be seeing a lot. Anyway, where do we get to? We're not really that interested. This one I can't find, which is annoying because it's Gladius Task Force, so I wanted to check this. Maybe I bite the bullet and I do start running Gladius Task Force, but it's too much for my big brain. I will use a combat doctrine, and 2 turns later I'll be like, I really wish I had that combat doctrine. No, I like permanent effects. Death Guard, I've got this one up here. Let's close these if we've looked at them. Okay. So, this is an interesting one. My interest is quite piqued by the old Death Guard. Okay? I think they're an interesting army because one thing we know over the editions is that a really hard archetype of army to balance is a durable one. So if you've looked over the years, Necrons have always swung from being dog shit to broken, and it's always been on the basis of their survivability. We look at Index Necrons, 20 warriors, coming back every turn, unkillable, right? Then they fucked that with the Codex. They were like, whoa, we made the Reanimator good. Let's fix that again, and trashed it again. So it had about 6 months of being a good model after its 3-year lifespan, and then it died again. Then it was Wraiths and Catan, and it's still Wraiths and Catan, no matter how many times they keep putting the points up. Personally, as a Wraith enjoyer who runs 12, I think they're trash. They're 250 points that can't do anything. They can't kill anything. They can kill down, but as soon as you hit Marines, that's it. You can't kill anything. All you have to do is hit Armor Contempt. They're not killing anything. If they have any hit modifiers on them, see you later, bud. Hitting on 5s, death sentence. Then to give them the durability, you have to give them a Technomancer, right? And your Technomancer is running you 85 points. This is 85 points for a toughness 4 model with 4 wounds and a 4 up save and no invuln. So if you don't position yourself perfectly, brother just charges you, epic challenge, boom, get that Technomancer off the board. Thank you very much. Then your Wraiths just die. And then, so yeah, very expensive units, very durable. And then Iron Hands is another one. You always hear Iron Hands are always, even 10th edition, Iron Hands were strong. They were Black Templar Iron Hands, or they were Dark Angels Iron Hands, but they were still Iron Hands and they were still strong. Trying to balance an archetype which is about being strong in a game about killing is very tough, I think, from a game design standpoint. So that brings us to Death Guard. So, what makes Death Guard good? From what I've heard, is because they piss out mortals and debuff you to shit. So you have one of these guys. Is it the Putrefier? Yeah. So the Putrefier lets you grenade for free. So that's just 3 mortals, right? Because you do. Is it 6 dice on 4? On every 4 up's a mortal. So average 3 mortal wounds, right? And he gives lethals and you crit on 5s. That's insane. Yeah. So you've got double Putrefier, a standard Lord. Is he just Rites of Battle and Best Day Ever? Oh no. 4 up D3 models. Well, that's never going off, is it? And you can reroll ones to hit. Oh, interesting. I've only played Death Guard like once, I think, competitively. Yeah, I've only played against them once. And then, no, I lied to you. I did a doubles. So twice, if we count a doubles tournament. And then I've played against them once in a practice game where they just tore apart all my Terminators. Yeah, Mortarion didn't even have to come out of the deployment zone. Foul Blightspawn. What's a Foul Blightspawn? These are just the Dark Imperium characters, aren't they? Oh, there you go. Bit of Dark Tide. God, they're such cool models, aren't they? So what does he do? Fights first. Yeah. Auto take. How many points is he? 60 points! GW. 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 What do you mean he's 60 points? On what planet? And he's a buddy. He's a buddy. Oh my god. GW On what planet is he 60 points? I guess he doesn't have an involved. But you can't snipe him out, because the easiest way to snipe characters out is Epic Challenge. Which you're not doing, because he's going to kick the tits off you. That's it. Well, he's not, but his buds are. That's insane. 60 points. 60 points. Man. Then we got the Malignant Playcaster. He's not out yet. He's coming out next week. TM. Yeah, he slows people down. Pardon me. And then on a 2-up he nerfs you. So yeah, like I said, durable. All this shit's T5, which is, you know, in the grand scheme of things, not that good. But some stuff. So like, T8 is no longer a breakpoint for Marines, so that is a benefit. 4 wounds. And is he a buddy as well? He's not a buddy, so he can only lead on his own. Has he got... What's the buddy keyword for the other idiot? Oh no, he won't be a buddy because he's a psyker. Oh, it's not even keyword restricted. Oh my god, so this guy can go with... Why is bro only running 1? Are you an epic character? No. You're also grenades. Interesting. There are 2 Tallimans. Are these demons? Nurgle? Chaos? Death? No. What's a Tallyman? Eh? Is it Chaos Demons? No, he is Death Guard. Yeah, 39k Pro just doesn't show faction keywords. Abilities. +1 to hit, always worthwhile. And why GW? Why? They've put a caster in the game for some reason. Is he even a psyker? No, you love it. And he can buddy as well. And then Typhus. Excuse me, what? A mastercrafted man reaper. Alright. Alright, edgy boy. 80 points. Can join Terminators or Poxwalkers. Oh, he's a librarian. He's a Grey Knight's librarian. And -1 to hit. Interesting. I like the idea of Death Guard. I think they're a really interesting painting project. And I think they're an interesting army on the board. And then he's running 2 units of 10 Plague Marines and 3 units of 5. Oh, fuck me. No, 5, 10, 17, 24, 34, 44. 44 Plague Marines. Now, Plague Marines, I believe... Well, they get +1 to their objective, to their battle shot test while on objective. All right, fair play to you lads. A unit composition, yeah, they were ridiculous because they used to sell in packs of 8. Or is it 7? Yeah, packs of 7, so they have to have all this stupidity. I think their strength is... Sorry, I just zoned out for a second there. Right. So, unit composition. We start with plague ball guns, right? And a plague ball gun is a bolt gun with lethal hits. So they're Necrons. Ah. And they crit on 5s with that character from earlier. Right? And then... you get bubotic weapons. Well, this is a champion. You get a heavy plague weapon. You get a blight launcher. Bubotic weapons. Then melee, right? A plague spewer. Melt gun, plague belcher, or plasma gun. Jesus Christ. This is all going. When you get your Codex Death Guard, this is all going. Sorry, guys. This is all going. You'll have bolters and plague weapons. So what's a plague spewer flamer? Got you. Plague belcher is a anti-infantry flamer. Eh? Why do you have plague spewer and then a plague? Why did they give you a worse? Okay. And a blight launcher. Okay. But yeah, you have so many of these special weapons that you just sit on objectives and blow things away, right? And then you've got triple rhino, which might be why he's got all those weird sizes in. Double hellbrute, double bullet drone, and then a blight hauler, and then nurglings, because you know it's Death Guard, mate. I guess the one thing Death Guard lack is speed. So you take nurglings, they infiltrate with the board, sit and annoy everyone. Yeah, it's interesting. It's a lot of models though. Like it's already 44 Marines. And they're intricate models. But it is interesting, and they beat T-Suns, which, let's see if this is a meta T-Sun list. It is Ahriman, Triple Infernal Masters, Rubric, Thousand Suns, Cultists, Annihilator, Vindicator, Double. Okay, so this guy went 0-4 because he didn't bring Magnus. You tried it, bro. You tried really hard, but you didn't bring Magnus. Just how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you go to an event that you write a list for that you wrote, and you had ample time to, and you didn't put Magnus in your list. And it sucks. It happens to everyone. Everyone has that moment where they don't put Magnus in the list and they go 0-4. So yeah, this isn't as impressive as it looks. Yeah, Sorotos, Tau. Oh, let's see this Thousand Suns. Did you remember Ahriman, Solid Sorcerer, Triple Infernal Master, Magnus, Zangor Shaman, 15 Rubrics, Double Beast, Double Cultist, and Zangor Enlightened. Yeah, there you go. So yeah. And he was stopped in his tracks by Death Guard, then he lost to Chaos Knights, L on you. Yeah. So this is the list that the other guy should have brought. I think this is pretty much the standard list going forward now, with all the changes to Thousand Suns. This is interesting though. This is an interesting combination of buffs and debuffs to your opponent. I think Death Guard are in a cool place. I think they're an interesting army to play. Be interesting to see what they get as a codex. What kind of thing would they do? I don't know. Don't know what playstyles you have of around Stinky. Maybe they'll have a zombie one, you know? What's next? This one I couldn't find, which is heartbreaking, because I really wanted to see this Grey Knights list, because I'm pretty sure Grey Knights are hot trash this edition, because they are in a really interesting position of they have one of the strongest attachments in the game, with some of the most mid units in the game. So they have the uppy downy. You pick 3 units up and down the board every turn, right? And you have lots of stratagems and enhancements to that effect. You shoot me, blood, I'm off. I'm going to 3-inch deep strike you so you can't screen me, and everyone's going everywhere. And we're all... This is the thing, right? Defensively, Grey Knights are pretty sick. 2-up save across the board. Every single model in that detachment, in that index, has a 2-up save. And they're usually T4 or T5 or whatever T a Dread Knight is. I don't know what it is. T8 maybe? Alright, maybe T10. So, and they all, and then a lot of them all have 4-up invulns on top of that because they're Terminators, right? And they still have the old Terminator ability because they still have, well, they don't have command squads, but they still have apothecaries in their Terminator bricks. So they bring back a Terminator every turn. Insanity. But the downfall here is the highest strength melee weapon outside of the Dread Knight is 6. Yeah? Everything's strength 6. So they can't kill Toffee, and you're not doing it alone with cannons. They're ranged weapons. They're side cannons / silencers. I can't remember. I can never remember which one's which. I think the silencer's the minigun, and I think the side cannon is the bolt of I never remember. Right, I played them in 8th for a month. I can't remember which one's which. But yeah, they got best attachment in the game versus middest data sheets in the game. So it's interesting that someone went 5-0 with them. I would have liked to see them, but again, France has let us down. Everyone, F's in chat for France. Then we've got the Winchester GT down in sunny old England again. UKTC event, I believe, LNU. But it is Orc Horde that won it. So, have I got this list here? Yes. So, interesting win path here. We've got Marines, Votann, Necrons, Demons, Genestealer Cult. This must have been a shit show. This game must have gone to the top of turn 2, right? And then they were like, well done, you've won. Because I assume this is either bodies or bikes. Triple Bob, I don't know what any of this shit does. What is it? Is it Biosantic Brood Surge? Okay, I don't know what this is. I haven't read the new. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. It's just bodies for days. And loads of aberrants, loads of Ridge Runners, pure string, yeah. Yeah. So it was just bodies. So here we've got Gazgul, double Beast Boss, triple War Boss. We got 20 Beast Snaggers, 10 boys, 15 Flash Gates, 20 Gretchen. Well, yeah, technically 22. But yeah, 20 Gretchen, 2 Mega Knobs, 15 Knobs, 5 Storm Boys, and 5 Trucks. So again, brother just flooded the board, right? Flooded the board, kicked the snot out of Marine. Let's see, what Marines did he face? Did he play a starter set? Oh, that's heartbreaking, bro. Sorry about this. Yeah, I would have gone home after round 4, man. There is nothing worse than going 0-4 at a UKTC event, as I can tell you personally. Which is, oh look, he's got a cute name for them as well. What is this? GTF, Biologist, Captain Terminator, Chaplain, Judicar, Assault Intercessors, Double Jump Intercessors, Blade Guard, Eradicators. See, on paper, this is a good list. I believe. It's a medal list, but it's missing the sauce, it's missing the spice, it's missing the seasoning. Everyone knows how to deal with this combo. Everyone too many scouts. I don't think you need 15. I've been told before you don't need 15, because I contemplated running 15 to 30, and I was told no, 10 is the most you ever need. And then Terminators, yeah, bro, I loved Leviathan too, but 170 points for 5 models that can't kill anything in the game, even with the Terminator captain, sorry bud, it's not going to work. I think this would have been better suited to a Stormlance, maybe? Yeah. Valiant effort though, mate. Well done. Then yeah, and then the last list, I think. Oh, we got a Vanguard list here, which is quite interesting. Over in New Mexico, Space Marine Vanguard, which is for some reason called nothing to see here, just 30 Aquilans. But it's a Space Marine Ultramarines Vanguard Spearhead, so I don't get that reference. Maybe someone else knows what it is, but alas, I do not. Okay, so Biologist, Cato Sicarius, Lieutenant with the combi, we love him. Magnus Calgar, Euro Ventress, Impulsor, 6 Centurion Devastators, 2 units of Company Heroes, Eradicator Squad, it's double Interceptor, but one of them's a 6-man, one of them's a 3-man. And it's Bolters and Plasmas. Interesting. Infiltrator Squad, double Scouts, right? So I believe this is a variant on the Manichima list that was at the WCW last November. Because what's cool about this, Uriel is really cool. He can give any unit in your army, as long as it's infantry, I think, deep strike. Yeah, one infantry unit gains deep strike, right? So, looking at this list, I would give it to the Centurions. Because personally, I think it's hilarious if you dropped 6 Centurions on someone. It might be quite easy to screen out. So what did he play against? Genestealer. Yeah, Genestealer Cult is screening that out all day long. Sororitas, Tau, Necrons, and Custodes. Yeah, Custodes, they're just going to pick up a squad. Probably. Is it 6 shots? If you have, is it double las cannons? It's 1 shot each. That's heartbreaking. Unit comp. Grav cannon. Centurion ballers. You can swap the grav cannon. Yeah, so it's 6 las cannon shots. Which again, I guess if there's only 5 models on a unit, it's nothing to sniff at, is there? And then Centurion missile launcher is D3 each blast. Yeah, I'm crazy. I would do it. I would drop these in deep strike. But maybe he did it with the Eradicators. Is he out of Biologist? Yeah, Eradicators with... Oh, no. Oh, he has Blade driven deep, so this gives them Infiltrate. And this is Vect. Ah, so they infiltrate. Oh, is it? Actually, I might be crazy. Is Calgar leader? You can join Eradicators. Yeah. Oh, okay. So what he's doing is he's putting the Biologist and Calgar with the Eradicators. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 models in the unit infiltrating on the board with melter guns. Yeah, okay. Maybe that's what he's doing. That's interesting. What are the company heroes doing? Because the company heroes don't have captains attached to them, they die. Is Euro Ventress a captain? Yeah. Okay. So Euro Adventurers. Get rid of all these. We don't need all this. Euro Adventurers and Sicarius. What does Sicarius do? They're with the company heroes for some fucking reason. He's got a reactive move. And he gives Scout and Assault. Why would you want to give Scout to company heroes? And then your Interceptor, yeah. Yeah, and obviously Vanguard is just awesome. Like you're -1 to hit if you're outside 12 inches, you've always got cover. This is a cool list. I like this. Yeah. Wins 5-0, beats Hypercrypt. Yeah, beats Hypercrypt. Oh, and then the last event. I'm not looking at CSM. CSM are trash. Last event is a back in England again. Votan win a 5-0 on a 22-player event. I think this is just the standard list we've been seeing. Iron Master, Einherjar Champion, 20 Warriors, 4 Sagittars, Thunderkin, 6 Thunderkin, 15 Berserks, Fortress. Oh no, this was it. It's 2 units of 3 bikes and then 6 bikes, and the Jaegers. So this might be the new. I think this is the new sort of new wave League of Votan we've been seeing recently pop up. Fucking robbed. 1970. Robbed. Been popping up where it's less Terminators, no Terminators. The Einherjar Champion. Who could he join? He can only join half guard. But he's got a Praising Glare, right? What does that do? Okay, so he just sits holding an objective and pops this every turn to spread out tokens. That's pretty sick. Yeah, I like this. It's these the warriors obviously get split up by the Sagittars, so you've just got shitloads of ball control, and then what maybe the Berserks walk around. I don't know. Harkin Pioneers again, just flood the board. Yeah, it's an interesting list. Obviously, a lot of models. We're waiting on the codex. We're not investing in Leagues of Votan until we get a codex, I think, realistically. But yeah, that's Meta Monday for last weekend. Pretty happy with that.